The youth do need a listening ear. All too often, we talking to them, we're talking at them,
Yeah.
trying to tell them what they need to do and how they need to live. I'm binge watching Love and Marriage Huntsville right now, and I look, God has me out here speaking to women, and I do believe on behalf of men that be God says step on toes. So I watch a lot of men that some women may consider hard to watch or hard to listen to because he's too much of a man, or some might consider him it might consider it toxic masculinity. And while I can understand somewhat that name in instances, I also believe that a lot of times it may be things that women don't want to hear. I said all of that to say some of those men, most of those men on that show are men's men, for lack of a better word. Marceau Scott he called one of the men a 70s man, and he called himself an 80s man, and his wife said, well, why do you call yourself the 80s man? And he like, because I let you go out and work. And I was like, go and receive that, teacher, because he let you, because this is the relationship that you entered into. But I said all of that to is raising his son. His son came to live with him at the beginning of the show, and I'm about 5 seasons in, and they are at the point right now where his son needs that listening ear, but he's so structured and so goal oriented, and we have to be that as well. But I do believe that there's a point where you have to have a balance or find that balance, because the baby do need for you to listen to him, and the women are trying to tell him that. He's like, mom just babies him. But now I think that he's taking it in a little bit, that my son need a little more from me right now than telling him how I need for his life to go. You know, what profession I want him to go in, and what things he needs to do to get that way. He needs my listening ear right now.
Gotcha.
Because a lot of times our babies are not being listened to, and I'm guilty. Like, my babies are grown at this point, and I can't say that I was always the proper listener, but I'm working on that in my 50s.
Right, gotcha.